Hey everybody, welcome to Picks of the Week. This is December 7th, December 16th?
Oh, what day is?
December 16th, Joe?
December 16th.
December 16th.
Yes, December 16th,
Okay.
Picks of the Week's edition.
We got some picks. We got a week. I completely forgot to make any real picks. Joe, your turn for a pick. Let's do this. Let's start this show.
All right. So my pick of the week is going to be the NXT Championship Fatal 4-Way match from the aptly titled NXT TakeOver show, Fatal 4-Way. Yeah, it was a really good match.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, you keep going.
Oh, okay. This is the first actual NXT pay-per-view special event thing that I actually watched live. I just got on the network at that point. I was watching a couple episodes of NXT, watched, some more of it. And I think, what was the one before it? It was NXT TakeOver. It was literally just called NXT TakeOver. And it was Tyson Kidd versus Neville. I thought that was cool. Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, that was cool. And then it culminated in the next one, which is a Fatal 4-Way, which was Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, Neville, Adrian Neville at this point, and Tyson Kidd. Now, here's the thing. This match really, really got me into NXT because these four guys, I think, were not Sami Zayn. He wasn't in his WWE the best he's been yet. But I think for Tyson Kidd, it was. Tyler Breeze, it was, and Adrian Neville, it was. Before this, Tyler Breeze had won a number one contendership match, and he didn't get it for a couple weeks because he injured his finger in a modeling accident, and I thought it was amazing because you can't.
God damn it.
He doesn't do that stuff anymore, And obviously Neville doesn't do anything anymore.
That's so stupid.
I know, it's amazing. Neville doesn't do anything like that anymore. He actually sort of turns. He doesn't turn heel at the end of this match, but he does a heelish tactic to win. I'll get into that in a second. And Tyson Kidd.
Who started champion in this match?
Adrian Neville was the champion. Yeah. Now Tyson Kidd was, I think, at his WWE peak too. Although you could argue when he was tag team with Cesaro, but I don't know about that. This is a little debatable. Here, he was great because he had he would just come out and he'd be like, fact. His boots had his cats on them. It was a great time. It was a really great time.
Hey, they're Natalia's cats too.
Yeah, I know. Well, they sort of became her gimmick too, but it was mostly his. But so this is just a great, great match. All four of these guys were amazing. They all had near falls. There's one point where, Tyler Breeze outside the ring. All three of them have really nasty falls. Tyler Breeze comes in, pins one of them. Doesn't get it, he freaks out. The crowd's going nuts. He pins the other one, doesn't get it, he freaks out even more. He's like, oh, and it's just so good. A lot of good spots in this match too. And the end comes when Sami Zayn looks like he's going to win. He's got the pin, but Neville pulls the ref out at the last second. And he pulls the ref out of the ring. It's like, what? And then Zayn comes outside the ring. He gets distracted. Adrian kicks him, goes up top, red arrow, boom. Adrian Neville retains. It's a freaking amazing match. These guys, I think, are truly what started to put NXT on fire. You'd say a lot of the people who, made NXT what it is today, they'd say they're obviously Sami Zayn, but also Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, all those. But honestly, these four, I think, really started it because, you think about this one, great show, really, really great show. This was also the debut of Hideo Itami, and I think it was also when the Lucha Dragons beat the Ascension. But then you had the next one, Our Evolution, which probably might be my favorite NXT TakeOver show, but I honestly don't know. I freaked out a lot over that because that was when Sammy beat Adrian Neville for the title. Kevin Owens made his debut, and then Kevin Owens powerbombed Sammy at the end of the night. It was amazing. It was a great moment.
Yeah, even I've seen that. That's really good.
And it was the debut of Finn Balor's Demon. So was a good
Yeah, I
night.
remember when you showed me this match because you and I used to watch matches over Skype. We'd start at the same time and then just watch them together,
Yeah.
which we don't do anymore because, frankly, I don't have time to do that anymore. We had so much time back
We
then.
did. That was a good time.
We literally used to Skype
Senior
all day
year of
and
high
we'll play
school was
Worms
a
and
great
stuff.
time, wasn't it?
Holy shit, we had so much time. I was in college, but I had really shitty college internet, and I didn't end up finishing the match. But I also had no idea who these guys were, but I knew you were really hyped up on this match.
I also didn't have a job at this point.
Oh yeah, when you don't have a job and you're like a senior in high school.
No, this
not
was.
really
I think
doing
this
any
may have been the
shit.
summer actually.
No, it was almost right when I started school. Maybe it came out in the summer. I don't know.
Maybe it did. I don't know.
I was definitely in college watching it like on the stairwell of my dorm.
Either way, I didn't get a job that previous summer for some reason. I don't know what I did with my time. I don't know how I did that looking back.
I had a job too. You and I just played. We would play Worms with all the boys.
That was our job.
Great.
That was our job.
That was our job. That was our job. Used to be a YouTuber. I don't even remember that.
Oh yeah, it is.
But don't tell Joe and Shab Show fans that you used to be Titan Point Zero on oh shit.
I literally, you can literally watch the video that we uploaded last Monday. The Let's Play Spider-Man PS1.
Which was stolen from a different
It
channel.
wasn't stolen. It's our video. I just re-uploaded it because not a lot of people have seen it. It's Joe and Shab. We have our own channel now.
They don't know that.
They do know that. Have you read the description?
Fuck you. All right, my pick of the week is picks of the week, actually.
Oh,
Because,
can't be better than
sometimes I watch random matches, but if I'm just watching random wrestling stuff, it's probably gonna be that I'm watching a show on the network.
Mhm.
And I don't mean shows like Story Time. I don't mean shows like Camp WWE where they just try to put content to make it seem like WWE Network has more content. I'm talking about the documentary kind of stuff. Like, I don't want to spoil any that I talk about in the future, but maybe I should talk about them all now. There's a few that I will come back to more frequently. I really enjoy WWE 24, which is basically there will be an event like WrestleMania, whichever, or just a topic or something, and they follow it by the behind the scenes of it. And I am obsessed almost to it's bad how I like wrestling a ton, and I do like matches. I do like what happens inside of wrestling, but I like knowing what happens outside of wrestling almost more. I find it's very fascinating. I love knowing what goes on behind the scenes. I get fed off that shit. So I love watching WWE 24. Like one of them is the Women's Revolution, and they go behind the scenes like WrestleMania 32, sorry, whenever they were in Dallas, and then Becky Lynch, Sasha, and Charlotte like saw themselves like in the AT&T Stadium. I apologize. Oh shit.
What's going on over there?
A cuckoo.
Where are you filming this? The Cuckoo Clock Shop?
All right, well, it's almost done.
Your clock's 5 minutes behind, by the way.
Yep. It's actually 5 minutes late.
Well, yeah, whatever. Frick you.
Anyways, back to normal. All three of them at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, like seeing their faces on there, like, and just like the progression of how like divas became women and now how like things are now and like their thoughts on it, just interviews and stuff like that. I am obsessed with that stuff. Like, there's one on Booker T. I'm still talking about WWE 24. I'm sorry, my cuckoo clock really ruined my flow of thought. There's one about Roman Reigns, which like Roman better, even though they book him like I don't like. There's one about Seth Rollins about how he was doing with rehab and getting back to where he was. Like it's really depressing to watch him at WrestleMania 32, like WrestleMania Access, because he can't even watch the event because the whole time he's like, I should be there. I can imagine that'd be really hard because the only thing stopping him is something he can't help, and it was an injury.
Oh.
And he was very close to being healthy enough again to wrestle. He was almost a month away.
When was this?
And he kept shooting.
When was this? Before 31?
32.
30. He was injured?
32 is this year, 2016.
He was injured?
This year?
Yeah.
Yes.
When?
He wasn't at WrestleMania this year.
WrestleMania 32?
He wasn't there.
He main evented.
Seth Rollins.
Oh, you said Roman Reigns.
I said Roman Reigns earlier. I said Seth.
Okay.
I said there's one on Roman Reigns, and I said there's also one on Seth Rollins.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking Roman Reigns. I'm like, dude, he was in the main event. Of course,
he main evented the year before
you
that.
think Roman Reigns isn't in the main event of WrestleMania? You're a dumbo. Okay,
you're crazy.
You're crazy if you don't think he's in the main event.
But yeah, it's really hard watching him, like his reactions to watching that WrestleMania, because you're like, oh shit, like he's gonna be going through a lot right now, and like him and Cesaro rehab together, and it's just a good watch. Like I don't know, I like watching stuff like that. One of my other favorite ones on there is WWE rivalries. It's just really fun, like years later, to watch beginning to end a rivalry. They'll like highlight different promos, highlight different events, and highlight different matches from pay-per-views, and you just see the entire scope of it.
Did they ever make like a season 2 to that?
I don't know, because I'm watching all these all in retrospect, so I don't really know the seasons.
Well, I know
they
had one on like Austin and McMahon, and they had one on like Brett and Shawn.
Yeah, there's a few different. Like my favorite one that I've watched. There's at least 2 years of it. My favorite one that I've watched is Edge versus Matt Hardy.
Oh shoot! Oh, I need to watch that. I they had to have updated it. Last time I checked, they only had those 2 episodes, and I'm like, I've literally seen these rivalries played the frick out.
Yeah, there's also Matt Hardy versus the Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian.
Oh, that's neat too.
Those are.
I think I might watch.
I don't know. I just love watching that.
I might watch the Matt Hardy Edge one tomorrow. That actually sounds really interesting.
And another series on the network I enjoy watching. These are go-to is WrestleMania Rewind, which is really, really nice show. Because sometimes you're like, okay, I want to watch a match, but then there's so many options that you just kind of sit there and go, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna choose. WrestleMania Rewind, because I don't know, I've never seen every WrestleMania match. I don't think I ever will, but there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What they do in WrestleMania Rewind is say Stone Cold versus The Rock. They had a match at WrestleMania 15. That was their first match. They basically will show the feud up until the point of the WrestleMania match, like just kind of like the way WWE rivalries would do.
I love that match, by the way. That match is great.
That's their best match. Oh,
you think it's their best one?
Yeah.
You really think so?
What?
No, this is that's a bold claim.
It's a WrestleMania match. I mean, you only got. I've seen all 3. Have you seen all 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I think
the one at WrestleMania 19 is kind of just okay.
Yeah, that one's all right, but like 17 is regarded as one of the best ever. I haven't thought about.
You need to watch it again. The last like minute with the false finishes in that match is so good.
I haven't thought about what my favorite is. The thing about the one from 15 is that it's just like so like everything. It has everything, you know.
It's great. It's so good. But the series is really good because they will recap you that feud, everything you need to know about it, and then they show you the match, and you're like, okay. And then you watch the match, and you're like, that was a satisfying like hour.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Instead of just watching a random match like going on, I'm going to be like, okay, 2007, what was the main event of Unforgiven? Oh, the Big Show versus the Carlito.
I wish.
I'd rather. I need some substance.
I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. Yeah, they got Rock versus Cena.
Yeah, Rock versus Cena I watched. I love that one a lot. I like that one a lot.
Trish versus Lita too.
Yeah, I also watched Trish versus Lita. I didn't see some of the ones from the 80s. I'm surprised. I don't think there's Shawn versus Bret Hart.
I know they did a Shawn versus Bret DVD. That might be what I'm thinking of.
I would love to watch that one. But anyways, I know
I think it might be on the network. Let me check.
But if you ever want to know my go-to WWE Network watches, those 3 are great. Also, Swerved. I'm not. I wish I was kidding.
You just got swerved.
I recently got into Swerved because, like I said, I love the behind-the-scenes shit, and I love seeing wrestlers out of their element.
No joke was better than when Fandango, Heath Slater, and the Ascension went to a restaurant and the waiter and the manager were brother and sister, and they kissed each other, and then Fandango's like, what?
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. My favorite, probably not my favorite. I love the boogeyman went to the mall
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
was like the pizza cook, and he was like,
I don't know. I think my favorites were whenever they don't let somebody in. Like they didn't let Wade Barrett in one time, and he got really mad. And then they didn't let Seth Rollins in when he was the champion, and he got even more pissed. It was so funny.
yeah, I need to watch that one. I always wonder though when I watch those things like how genuine they are.
I don't know. I mean,
Like they could
well,
be set up to an extent. Actually, no. My favorite one. I don't know if you've seen this. Definitely my favorite one. It's Mark. It's with Mark Henry. Do you know this one?
maybe.
Uh, he's like gonna do a shoot, like be like, yeah, WrestleMania went really well. Thanks for watching, everybody. And his wife's with him, and Mark Henry hates like being touched on his back, pat on his back by anybody. And one of the producers did it, or like one of the interns that no one
Oh,
like. He was in on it. It was like, I'm gonna pat you on the back, and I'm gonna if once you pat me on the back, I'm gonna be like, stop with this shit, and then just punch him in the stomach. And he like literally, Mark Henry, full blown punches him in the stomach, and like the guy sells it so well, and his wife's like, Mark, why you doing?
that's actually really funny.
It's so
Yeah.
great. Mark Henry's awesome.
Yeah,
He seems like a
he
really
is.
nice guy.
Actually, there's also like those up down down videos, like whenever they had the cake. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, like they had the cake and they like threw it at everybody, threw it at, or I think Seth Rollins had the cake, didn't he?
Yeah, it was for the 1 year
Yeah,
anniversary.
and then like some of it got on like Kevin Owens, and he's like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I
Out of
love
their element, not being a character.
I love up down down just for that same reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Owens is
So,
like, "What's your favorite game?" And it sounds like Sonic.
oh yeah, his son was like, "Oh, Sonic."
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think those were a few picks this week. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so.
That was more successful than I thought it'd be. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we should talk. You know what? Next week, let's talk about a network thing that we watched.
You mean like an episode of one of their
Yeah,
shows?
like an episode of something or some original show on the network that you can watch.
All right. Can't wait to talk about Camp WWE. See you next week.
Oh, I watched the first like 5 episodes of that.
5. I only watched the first one.
Honestly, it got better. The